Good afternoon, everyone, friends, family, mentors, and of course, my dear MPP class of 2017. Our collective HKS experience began more than 2 years ago when we nervously clicked that submit button on our applications. We had let our guards down and allowed strangers to peek into our past vulnerabilities and future hopes and dreams and possibilities. Allow me to tell you a story about choice and community. Like many international students, my dad chose to uproot his family and move us to America to finish his graduate school. 20 years ago, my 4th grade hands trembled, like today. I didn't know English then, but I could sense my classmates' curiosity. I was different. I was the only non-Black student in my school on the south side of Chicago. A month later, my dad lost his right hand in a lab explosion, throwing us into destitution. My classmates made a choice to connect with and welcome an outsider. When I couldn't swim, they competed with each other and showed off their best dives in front of me for who would teach me a life skill. They chose to care for me and recruit others to care for me, asking their older siblings to walk me home instead of drive-by shootings. Of drive-by shootings. In the years that passed, I went through 5 more schools and became an American. Each time, we expanded our community despite our differences. We walked along a Chicago river turned green to learn about refugees and immigrants from Europe. Our eyes dilated with hunger when we worked together to make tortillas for delicious, soft tacos. We chose to listen over Italian water ice when friends shared the black and white versions of US history. Building that community was like having a superpower, like rays of light peeking out from under the doorframe. Each of us has a narrative that brought us to HKS. Initially, we were all outsiders, wanting to belong to something greater than ourselves. In the last 2 years, we too made the choice to build communities. Our classmates chose to plan cohort retreats over problem sets and that Pareto optimal ZOPA. A veteran chose to leave the Marine Corps for HKS and chose to create an annual service day for our classmates to interact with those who serve in the military. Many of our classmates chose to join and recruit others to work on the dining worker strike last fall because our lives, our humanities, are tied together. Our community is a menagerie of choices. As we go on, as we collect a repertoire of stories to connect to others and together to build a future we envision, we have each other to call upon. We will forever have a group of people who make us feel at home, for never having to walk alone. You are like my 4th grade classmates. But I challenge you, MPPs, as we move on, as we try to match our skill sets with the world's greatest needs, as we choose to serve communities, country, our world, can you keep being my 4th grade classmates? Can we let our guards down and find that deep inner reservoir of superpower, our vulnerabilities, to reach out and connect? And for those outsiders looking in, they too are people we want to serve. They too are people we want to walk alongside. And what of those outsiders who are starkly different from you, from me, from us? Can we keep being our fourth grade classmates? We chose to learn and practice our voices through policy memos, PowerPoint decks, and social media. Can we also choose to find that inner peace to listen to differences at the dinner table and town hall? Can we choose to see each other as people with needs and wants and humanity like our own? We will have to choose. We will have to work hard to build communities. Perhaps with hands trembling. Thank you, MPP Class of 2017. It's been a privilege to be part of our community. Thank you for letting me walk by your side.